Well, I don't know about you, but it seems to me that the elected officials are starting to trip over each other, trying to give more benefits to the average person. In this coronavirus package that just came out, now, you're eligible to not pay your mortgage for up to 12 months. I mean, you have to work it out with whoever has your mortgage. But see, those mortgage companies, if they're getting money from the government, which most mortgages are, particularly for single family homes, uh, they have to have this available, these kinds of things. So not only there's no penalty, no fees, and you may or may not have to pay the interest in that time. So that's 12 months you don't have to pay your mortgage. Wow. So if you're hurting for money because of the virus that's going around, blah, 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 blah. I guess it is going around. That now you don't have to pay mortgage payments. I mean, that's amazing. I mean, a lot of people, particularly lower their income, you could be paying half your money a month on that. So, I mean, that's a big bonus. And so to find out about it, besides searching Google and find all this stuff, man, the best place I think to find out is at the consumerfinance.gov. Okay, this is the government office of consumer affairs people for anything to do with financing and money, and they have a guide to mortgage relief options for the coronavirus issue. And they go through the steps on what's available, and also, oh, that's another thing too, is foreclosures. I have something in here about foreclosures and evictions. There's a moratorium on that, so they can't kick you out. Okay, so it goes through the law on what's available, and explain it, in pretty good English, I think. So that's a good place to start. But what you have to do, see, there's something called mortgage forbearance, and this is what the regulators are making the banks do and your mortgage company. Let you change those laws so you don't have to pay all this stuff now, and you get relief for up to 12 months. So you have to call your mortgage company. That's really the first step. But what I would do is go through this thing on uh, on consumerfinance.gov, so you know a little bit about it. CARES Act relief options. That's what the corona virus relief package is really called CARES, CARES. And so it tells you the basic things. So you have something to refer to that's not somebody else's interpretation, because this is the government talking about the government program. So they're going to be more correct than anybody else. Okay. And also it says if your mortgage isn't backed by the federal government, and a few are not. So what you're going to do is you still deal with them. And a lot of these companies, even that don't have backed by the government, are playing in the same game. So they want to be nice too. Some aren't all. So you may get screwed, but you have to try. Okay. Additional mortgage relief options. Okay, tells you explain. And actually, what's nice, it tells you what you're going to have to bring to the table, and tells you beware of scams. Man, when you have a virus or something controlling the airwaves like this, there's a lot of scammers out there. Just don't take advantage of anything that's not a .gov, because that's the real programs. Okay, a couple of .orgs too, mostly about .gov. Now here at the bottom here is more help. So here's where to get free legal help and professional help if you have trouble doing this with your mortgage company. The HUD housing counselors are there. Now, these are free, so you go HUD.gov, look for housing counselors. Credit counseling organization, which are also HUD supported, and free legal help from legal. So there's a Legal Assistance Office Association. So these are all sources to get free legal help. So that's mortgage. So now you have on your mortgage, no matter what it is or how much money you're earning, because you probably were affected some way by the virus stuff that's going on, you can get, not forgiven, but pause. So it's like pausing your mortgage for 5 months, 6 months, 12 months. Don't have to pay. No penalties, no nothing. Okay, we'll pick it up later after we get through this nonsense. And that's pretty cool. Now, another thing, how about renters? Okay. You don't have a mortgage, so you have a renter. So your landlord has a mortgage. You don't have a renter. And some places like New York, 40% of the tenants may not pay rent this month, they say. There's a lot of people that won't be able to pay rent. So what are you going to do? Well, number one, there's eviction uh, uh, provisions now in these laws that people can't evict you because of this. And it's a moratorium for 3, 6 months, something like that. And a lot of this stuff, see, also in the mortgage thing, there's a lot of state laws, a lot of local laws, and things like that. So you have to see what is available in your state also and your city because they have programs, whether it's money programs or legal help and things like that to find out. And you could find it out through those counselors I told you about. So on rents, what do you do? Okay, renters can also get rent relief. Okay, actually, the basic way to do this, and this is in Topia. See, there are several federal, state, and local programs that have suspended evictions everywhere for like 30 to 90 days. Rent forbearance is available through the same programs that have suspended evictions. So this a lot of the rent help for renters is going to be more local. But now you're um, so that there's a lot of money coming through different ways to go to local organizations that help people pay for rent in tough times. Now, the other thing that you should realize is to call your landlord, let him know, and also let him know about this other program that is available for mortgage people. Where is it? Yeah. See this, the mortgage forbearance, because your landlord has a mortgage, okay? You don't have a mortgage. Landlord has a mortgage. So your landlord now could get not have to pay his mortgage for 12 months, see? Because you can't pay rent, see? So he could get out of paying his mortgage. So he doesn't have to come down and break your kneecaps to pay the rent, right? So that's another thing. So first thing, call your landlord to find out more. Now, another thing to find out your rights as a tenant. So dealing with landlords is difficult or can be. Um, and you go to HUD.gov and ask for tenant rights. HUD.gov, and you see this, and search for tenant rights. You see this page with all the states there, because that's what every state has different kind of laws. So if you click on one of the states, and here's what for Maryland, so it tells you where to get free legal help in dealing with your landlord if you're not. So whether it's Attorney General's office, nonprofits, or disability law center, free legal assistance. So that's all there, nice and easy for you. So you don't have to Google. Like if you Google tenants' rights in Google, you're going to get some lawyer want to charge you $200-300 an hour or whatever it is. Hey, here you get people who wrote the law and they're free. That's what's cool. So this is, again, HUD counseling. You get this page on HUD.gov, and just put housing counseling. These counselors get grants to help you with your rental problems, housing problems, whatever it is, mortgage problems. So it's very important. And that's right. It seems like here it says racing to head off. Who's racing? Racing to head off evictions and foreclosure. A flurry of federal, state, and local action aims to prevent new housing crisis as the coronavirus pandemic upends the economy. See, states and counties and everybody are passing laws to protect little guys because they know, the little guys hurt, right? So know about what's happening in your area. And these are the sources. I thought there's a list of states here. I guess they took it. Somebody take that. Where is it? Maybe it's on this page. No, I guess not. Okay, so that's all the free sources. Remember, mortgage, you don't have to pay up to 12 months. I mean, you have to work it out with the mortgage company. It's not, the law doesn't say that. The law says up to they have to do. So I have to do some kind of thing like that. And whether you pay interest or not will depend. So you get the details by calling them. And remember, consumerfinance.gov for help back. Okay, your rent, you call your landlord and see what they're up to do. If you can't make it with that, then you look for your tenants' rights and on HUD.gov, and you go there, go to your state and find out what your rights are, and find out other nonprofit organizations locally that help you solve their problem, because a lot of local county governments and local nonprofits are getting funding from the virus grant program to help people like this. So that's another place. It's going to go on for a while. So I'll be talking about this for a while. And I help people with this, find sources of money and help that don't charge money. And that's what Lesko Help is. And if you need help there, it's lesko.com. If you can afford to join, it's only $20 if you can't. But I set up another free site that you could get a lot of this stuff, download and training videos and everything. And it's called www.free.lesko.com/ and then it's Corona Relief / Corona Relief. And there's free stuff you can download so you don't have to pay me. But the pay, we get a lot of personal help. But either way, I understand.